OpenAI has announced DALL-E 3, which is the latest version of their image generation model. So, according to OpenAI, DALL-E 3 understands significantly more nuance and detail than our previous systems, allowing you to easily translate your ideas into exceptionally accurate images. So you're able to do even better image generation using DALL-E 3. And what's more, starting in October, this model, DALL-E 3, will be directly integrated into ChatGPT, which means you'll be able to generate images right within it if you're a ChatGPT Plus subscriber. Interestingly, OpenAI says that DALL-E 3 is designed to decline requests that ask for an image in the style of a living artist. So creators can also now opt their images out from training of our future image generation models. So we've got this super high-powered image generation software that's going to be built right into ChatGPT. Paul, how big a deal is it that we have DALL-E 3 now right within ChatGPT?
I mean, it's certainly going to help with adoption. I mean, so personally for me, I think it's safe to say Midjourney's probably the most powerful model that's out there,
Yeah.
most powerful tool. Seems like most of the examples you see of the most impressive stuff comes from Midjourney, but to use Midjourney, I believe you have to go into Discord, right? So I've never done it. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want to go into Discord and create something. So for me, I will use DALL-E 3, I assume significantly more. I have used DALL-E 2 many times since it came out last spring. So that came out in spring of 22, if people aren't familiar. And Midjourney actually came out right around that time. So yeah, the ability to have it integrated right into what you're doing is going to be, I think, huge for adoption. And the early examples they were showing were certainly impressive to see. So I'm pretty excited about this. I thought this was going to come in November, and we've known this was coming. They haven't said a thing about Dolly, but they had announced a big developer conference. I think it was November 6th or something. And so in my mind, I was kind of assuming we were going to hear something about Dolly. Plus, when Bard announced that they had the ability to have images baked into Bard, you knew OpenAI was going to, have that capability too. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a big deal. And if it works the way it appears in the demo, I think they're going to get a ton of use from consumers in it.
So, like you mentioned, Midjourney is a huge leader in this space. I've used it in Discord to your point. It's not exactly easy to set up and get started with, but how do you see this stacking up against tools like Midjourney that are leading the way right now in image generation?
The way they were positioning it and its capabilities and its ability to handle like words and nuance, and also the ability we've talked about how prompting isn't going to be as critical in the future, that the AI is going to, in essence, do the hard work for you behind the scenes. They talked a lot about that the thing's going to basically understand a lot more of the context of what you actually are looking for. So you don't have to be as good at prompting to get, high quality results. So I think we're just going to continue to see that. And obviously OpenAI is continuing to commit to image generation as part of their play moving forward.
So, if I'm a marketer or a business leader at this stage, like, should I be taking the plunge and getting ChatGPT Plus in anticipation of having access to this?
I mean, like we said on the show before, I think everybody should probably have ChatGPT Plus at this point. ChatGPT Enterprise, I don't know, that's a whole nother story.
Mm,
But the $20 a month to play around with this, certainly. And then I think they're opening up to the API as well, right? Like
I
they're gonna
believe
let
so.
people
Yeah.
build on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would assume, like, I know what, like, HubSpot, I think, is using the APIs for Dolly too. So, if you're a HubSpot customer, I think you can build images in there using Dolly.
Yeah.
So I would imagine you're going to see this stuff proliferate through not just the use of ChatGPT, but the ability to have image generation and through the API. So yeah, I mean, I think that if it does what it's showing it's going to be able to do, it's probably going to wide scale adoption by non-designers like me.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it, is like I have no design capability whatsoever, and I hate looking for stock photos. So if we have the capability to go in and use a tool like this in social posts and blog posts and proposals and keynote presentations. Like that was for me, I do so many talks and you're doing a ton of talks now too. Finding images for keynote presentations alone, I would pay $20 a month to be able to
Yep.
just like have images on demand. So yeah, I think it's just going to be a huge value. Again, if it works the way it's supposed to. And I mean, Dolly 2 is pretty good. So I would expect this is going to be pretty powerful.